So after discussing genitive phrase, I want to continue here third phrase, that is the prepositional phrase. Okay, so far as we have discussed out of 6 phrases, 2 phrases we have discussed. This one is the third one, that is prepositional phrase. What is the symbol for prepositional phrase? PP. Two capital P's are used here to symbolize which phrase? The prepositional phrase. As usual, we can discuss first of all function and then structure of the prepositional phrase. What is the function of the prepositional phrase? Prepositional phrases act as or function as adverbials. So adverbials is a very important element of sentence. There are 5 elements. There are 5 particularly important elements of the sentence or clause. We can say clause. First one is the subject. Where there is the end of the subject, there is a beginning of the predicator, and predicators are always verb phrases. Where there is the end of the verb phrase, there is a beginning of object or complement or adverbial. So how many elements of clauses I have told here? First one is a subject, second one is a predicator, third one is object or complement or adverbial. So adverbials generally talk about time, place, manner. Okay, in the chapter words we have discussed adverbs. Adverbs showing time, place, manner, cause, frequency. So that table we have discussed. Read again that chapter or module that talks about words and classes of the words, divided into 11 classes. Okay, closed classes and open classes. So very important thing here, prepositional phrases, they act as or they function as adverbials in the clause. In the clause. What is the symbol for adverbials? Capital A. They present various meanings. Just like adverbs, adverbials also tell you time, place, manner, frequency, cause, purpose. Okay. Uh, Following examples you study and then you can understand prepositional phrases. What is the function of the prepositional phrases? First example, I will see him in the afternoon. So we have enclosed in the afternoon in a round bracket, and this round bracket tells you that it is a phrase. What type of this phrase is? Out of that particular round bracket, below we have given label PP. Two P's are capital, they symbolize prepositional phrase. So prepositional phrase functioning as a adverbial. We have given function labels at the top, at the beginning of that particular round bracket. So keep in mind the labels that are given at the top level, they are function labels. Labels that are given below level, they are formal labels. Prepositional phrase is a formal label, adverbial is function label. Okay, so in the afternoon, what in the afternoon shows you? In the afternoon shows you time. I will see him. When you will see him? I will see him in the afternoon. So you will ask question with when, and answer is that of a time. Okay. So in the first example, in the afternoon. So how to identify prepositional phrase? Prepositional phrases begin with preposition. In. What is the grammatical class of the in? In is here preposition. So keep in mind preposition plus NP is equal to prepositional phrase. Okay, it is very easy to identify prepositional phrases because prepositional phrases begin with preposition. So keep in mind again which topic is very important. Word, that topic is very important. Read it again and again. You have to identify the classes of the words. Then you will understand phrases, clauses and sentences. So in the sentence number 1, we noticed that in the afternoon shows you adverbial of, it shows you time. Okay, why we have given this label PP? Because it is prepositional phrase. Why it is prepositional phrase? Because it begins with preposition in. So prepositional phrases begin with preposition. And what is the 100% function of the prepositional phrase? Prepositional phrases function as a adverbial. Okay, then in the second example, she kept the papers in the file. We have enclosed in the file in the round bracket. In the file is again prepositional phrase functioning as adverbial. What type of this adverbial? It is adverbial of place. Where she kept the papers? She kept the papers in the file. फाईल तो इन द फाईल आपल्याला काय दाखवतंय? प्लेस दाखवतो. ठिकाण कोठे ठेवलेले आहेत पेपर्स? ते फाईलमध्ये आहेत. पहिल्या उदाहरणामध्ये आपण काय पाहत आहोत? आय विल सी हिम इन द आफ्टरनून. यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट टाइम. केव्हा तुम्ही त्याला पाहणार आहात? I will see him in the afternoon. It shows you time. In the second example, in the file shows you place. Okay, so prepositional phrase function phrases functioning as a adverbial. In the third example, he is driving very slowly. Again, very slowly is enclosed in round bracket. It is a phrase. What type of the phrase is? Prepositional uh, phrase. Actually, he is driving very slowly is not a prepositional phrase here. He is driving very slowly is a actually adverb phrase. It is not a prepositional phrase. Sorry, here it is written as a prepositional phrase, but no, it is not prepositional phrase. It is adverb phrase. So you have to remove this example from this particular place. He is driving slowly. This example we will repeat in adverb phrase, not here. Okay, because it does not begin with preposition. What we require for preposition phrase? We require preposition, but it begins with very. Very is adverb, slowly is adverb, very slowly is adverb phrase, not prepositional phrase, but it is adverbial of manner. Okay, so prepositional phrase here functions as a adverbial. First two examples you should keep in mind, and you should remove this third one. We will discuss this third example while discussing adverb phrases. Okay, now prepositional phrases function in NPs, AJPs, AVPs and PPs. Subordinate PPs act as post modifiers. Okay, how many phrases that we have discussed written here? Noun phrases, adjective phrases, adverb phrases, and in prepositional phrases, subordinate prepositional phrases. They are subordinate, they are not main phrases, but they are subordinate PPs. They act as a post modifiers. Okay, there are two different functions. There are two different functions of prepositional phrase. You should focus. First one is prepositional phrases function as adverbials in the clause. Okay, two examples that we have discussed, example number 1 and 2, and I have told you that you have to remove this third one. This third example is suitable in which particular phrase? In adverb phrase. At that time we will discuss it. Now in phrase, in which phrases prepositional phrases are acting as a subordinate and they act as a post modifiers? In noun phrases, in adjective phrases, AJP. AJP is a symbol of adjective phrase, AVPS is a symbol of adverb phrase, and PPs is a symbol for prepositional phrase. In these four phrases, PPs, and that PPs are not main phrases but they are subordinate phrases and they function as a post modifiers. Example number 1, here, the money in the purse. The money in the purse is a noun phrase. The money in the purse, we have enclosed in the purse in the round bracket, and we have given label PP, PP prepositional phrase. But what is the function of this prepositional phrase? Modifier. So you have to identify head of this particular noun phrase. Which is the head of the this noun phrase? The head of this noun phrase is money. Money is the head. The is again modifier. What type of the modifier? Pre-modifier, because it comes before head. Before head. Head word is money. Again, what is the grammatical class of the money? Money is noun and money is the head, and that's why this phrase is noun phrase. But our focus is on in the purse. In the purse is prepositional phrase. Why it is prepositional phrase? Because it begins with preposition in. In the purse is a prepositional phrase, but it functions as post modifier of which phrase? Noun phrase. Which noun phrase? The money in the purse. Then in the second example, good for health. Good for health, which is the head word of this good for health? Good is the head word. What is the good? Grammatical class. Again we are focusing which chapter? Words. Good is here adjective. Good for health. Okay. For health is a prepositional phrase. Why it is prepositional phrase? Because it begins with the preposition for. But what is the function of this prepositional phrase? Function of this prepositional phrase is post modifier. So in adjective phrase, prepositional phrase for health is a subordinate prepositional phrase functioning as a post modifier. Then in the third example is of a adverb phrase. What is the third example? Late for the music class. Late for the music class. We have enclosed for the music class in a round bracket and given the label prepositional phrase because it begins with the preposition for, and it functions as a post modifier of which word? Of late. What is the late in grammatical class of the late? It is adverb of time, functioning as a head. So in the third example is of a adverb phrase. In this adverb phrase, prepositional phrase is a subordinate and it functions as a post modifier. In the fourth example, at the end of function, in prepositional phrase, at the end, at is again preposition. In the one prepositional phrase, there is another subordinate prepositional phrase which functions as a post modifier. Okay, of is here preposition. That's why of the function is a prepositional phrase but functions as a post modifier of which phrase? At the end. At the end, which is the head word, end is the head word, and at is here preposition, and at the end is a prepositional phrase. Actually, that prepositional phrase is at the end of the function, and in that prepositional phrase there is another subordinate prepositional phrase that is of the function. So here we discussed that there are two functions of the prepositional phrases. One is prepositional phrases function as adverbials in the clause. In the clause. Sentence number 1, enclosed in a square bracket. Square bracket is used for enclosing clauses. Okay. In the clause, prepositional phrases function as an adverbial. So I have told you that this example, the third one, is not proper here. We have to discuss this example. We have to remove this for adverb phrases. Okay. First two examples you can think focus function of prepositional phrases as adverbials. After discussing this function, we discussed that prepositional phrases function or act as post modifiers in ENPs, AJPs, AVPs, and PPs. Now, structure. What is the structure of the prepositional phrase? Prepositional phrases have exactly the same structures as ENPs. What is the difference between ENPs and PPs? Except that they are introduced by a preposition. So noun phrases introduced by preposition are called prepositional phrases. Okay, PP is equal to P plus NP. Normally prepositions are inseparable from its following NP. So you should not separate that prepositions. They are attached normally. Okay. He walks slowly on the path. He walks slowly on the path. So on is inseparable. You cannot separate from the path. Which particularly preposition? On. On the path is here prepositional phrase. So after we have here today discussed two phrases, genitive phrase and prepositional phrase. Okay, in the next lecture we will discuss remaining phrases. There are now remaining, which are the three phrases remained. First one is adverb phrase, then adjective phrase, and then verb phrase. Thank you very much.